Hello, my loves. Welcome. I am Ali Casaza. Welcome to the very first episode ever of Business Energetics. I am so excited to finally kick this off with you. I have been wanting to have a second podcast for years, actually, but just didn't feel like I had the time or the resources. And I really needed to feel like it was time and feel clarity on it. And then I've been planning Business Energetics itself for, oh my gosh, like over 6 months for sure. So really excited to finally get into it. This podcast is going to be a blend of personal growth, subconscious rewiring, and business success. Everything that we talk about that is personal growth will be in the light of being a business owner, embodying the CEO you really want to be, and everything is going to be business themed. So if you have ever felt like there's something blocking your progress in your business, if you feel like you're doing all the right things, but the results just feel out of reach, there is a really good chance that your subconscious mind is at play. Our minds really kind of act like a filter, allowing what's familiar and comfortable while unconsciously rejecting anything that's outside of that, even if it is the success that you're working so hard for. So in the Business Energetics podcast, we're going to be diving really deep into breaking through those subconscious barriers. With my background in building a business, I've built a multi-million dollar business from scratch, from nothing, with no education, no money, no resources really. And then my background in mindset strategies and business coaching, I'm going to be walking you through practical mindset work and the energetics. I really believe that the energetics are responsible for at least 80% of your success. Everything else is strategy. So strategy, while it's there and it is important, we really want to focus on the energetics because there's not enough strategy in the world that will get you results if you are subconsciously resisting and your energy is off. So this is the work that has transformed a lot of lives and businesses. I am really excited to bring this podcast to you. Every single episode is going to be designed to help you identify and overcome the hidden blocks that are holding you back, and then align your internal beliefs and your wiring with your business goals for real lasting change. And then we're also going to talk about applying powerful strategies that actually feel really good and align with your energetics to really level up your mindset and take your business where you want it to go. So we're really not just talking about business tactics. This is really about reshaping how you think and feel so that your business can truly thrive. So get ready for some serious transformation, the success that you deserve. You are in the right place. Let's get into this journey together. And honestly, let's unlock your full potential. So we're going to dive into episode 1. It's so weird to say that because the Purpose Show has like 370 something episodes at the time that I'm recording this. So episode 1 feels so weird and so good. We're talking about how having a scarcity mindset, which is sneaky, you can think you're in a state of abundance, but you're actually not. How having a scarcity mindset is sabotaging your success in your business and how to fix it. So let's first talk about what a scarcity mindset even is. It is the belief that having something takes away from others, or that there is not enough for you. There is not enough to go around. This massively affects your abundance. Abundance is an overwhelming amount of whatever. So an overwhelming amount of joy and it's limitless joy, limitless money, limitless ideas, limitless opportunities. And so we tend to naturally have an abundance mindset with specific areas. So I work with a lot of one-on-one coaching clients that have a scarcity mindset around content. They wait to launch the podcast. They wait to launch their business because they have this underlying fear that they're going to run out of content. They're not going to know what to say. And this is an area where I am just naturally really abundant. I never run out of content. In fact, I have far too many ideas. That's why I bumped up the other podcast, The Purpose Show, to 3 episodes a week. And I'm starting out Business Energetics with 1 a week, but we'll see because I just have so much content. I'm always doing webinars. I'm always writing emails. I send emails to my list almost every day because there's so much. There's no way I can vault that and have it like a really good idea 6 months out to reach you guys. Like I cannot handle that. I need it to come out. So I have this abundance mentality with my content and my mind. I know that I am resourceful enough to always come up with more, to always come up with better. There's always more where that came from. And so I never struggle with content. If I ever feel a bit stuck, it's because I need a break. And I know that. So at the other side, there are people that have an abundance mindset with love. They are always, it's always there. There's so many fish in the sea. They're not worried about finding their person. They either already have or they just know they will and they don't worry about it. There are people that have an abundance relationship with money, whether they had to work on that or it's natural for them. Maybe they grew up and there was just a very healthy relationship with money. So we all have areas where there's a feeling of abundance. And we also have areas where we are struggling with scarcity. And this shows up big time in entrepreneurs. So let's look at what this can look like in like everyday life for fempreneurs. It can look like a fear of investing in tools or resources that are going to grow you and get you where you want to go. So like avoiding spending money on necessary tools or software or team members or hiring the coach that is going to help you grow the business. Coming up with excuses why it's not time, you're not ready, let's just wait, when really hiring that coach, working with that person, being in their energy, getting that tool, getting this software in your business is actually going to push you and help you get where you need to go, where you want to go. It can look like undervaluing your products or services. So pricing your services too low, doing too many discounts out of fear that no one's going to buy at full price. I used to do this in the beginning of my business on the lifestyle side. I had this limiting belief that like, oh, they're moms, like they don't have money. And I feel bad because I used to be really broke. And that was like scarcity, that there's not enough of them with funds to pay me, that there's not enough to go around. So do you see how scarcity is not just that there's not enough money? It's scarcity that there's not enough resources for everyone. There's not enough people willing to pay me. It can be a lot of different things. It can show up in hesitation to hire help. So reluctance to like delegate or hire a team, or reluctance to like hire a housekeeper or a meal service to take some personal things off your plate so you can focus more on your business and your family. Basically just the fear that paying others is going to decrease your personal profit and you won't be able to increase from it. Scarcity shows up as fear of competition. So worrying that competitors' success is like, well, now she did that, so I can't, or it's going to limit your own potential, which usually shows up as jealousy or distrust. Jealousy is scarcity wearing a mask. Scarcity also shows up in rejecting opportunities for growth. So when you get an email from someone that you respect and admire and you want to emulate their energy, you want to emulate their business success, and they say, I have these spots open, and you're clicking around, you're reading the sales page, you're really feeling like it's resonating. And then you get down to the price and you get the button and you're just like immediately like, no, that scares me. I can't, that's uncomfortable. And you push it away instead of opening up to abundance and realizing there are so many opportunities and ways for me to afford this and make it happen. I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to choose the payment plan, and I'm going to be in an abundant state of mind knowing I can afford to pay the next one. That is what I did in the beginning of my business. I just took the leap. I took the risk. I opted for the payment plans. I worked with people. I bought courses. Like I did everything I could do to get my business to the next level. And it was not an option for me to not be able to afford those things and to not increase my income by taking that leap. And I know that was a huge part of my success. So really that is a way that we reject opportunities for growth. We turn down partnerships. We turn down collaborations. We turn down making the investment in who we want to learn from because of fear of failure or viewing it as loss. Scarcity shows up in struggling to ask for help, actually. So believing that asking for help, whether it's financial help or emotional help, is a sign of weakness. This leads to burnout, and it's a scarcity mentality because there is an abundance of help for you. We're made to rely on each other and support each other. So actually thinking that you can do everything is scarcity. Scarcity also shows up feeling guilty about success, like worrying that your success is taking away from others or it makes you seem selfish. That's scarcity. That's limiting. Scarcity limits, abundance sets free. Scarcity shows up in the inability to scale your business. So, really, like, unconsciously resisting or flat out like refusing to expand or grow your business because you fear losing control. You fear that you're going to stretch your resources too thin. It's limiting you. So the biggest red flag of scarcity, whether you're like, overworking yourself and burning out because you don't want to delegate or it's a money thing, whatever, it's going to be that it's limiting you. And that brings me to my last point of how scarcity often shows up is limited vision. So not thinking big or setting higher goals due to a belief that success is capped or not possible for you. So seeing that somebody else does something incredible and thinking like, wow, I'm so far from that, or I could never do that, or I'm never going to get to that point. This is the one that shows up for me probably the most. So it's not just like comparing. It's like seeing that and being really proud of them and happy for them. And then just like, wow, I'm never going to get, like, I still can't get there. I keep not getting there. I'm so far from that. I'm never going to get it. And it's all unconscious, but it's a reel of beliefs, right? And that is scarcity. So when we are in a state of scarcity and we're limiting ourselves, we are rejecting abundance. So scarcity beliefs in the subconscious mind, this is programmed in, and you didn't do it on purpose. It just is there from different, honestly, there's studies showing now that like DNA is affected and passed down. So literally could be in your cells from past like ancestral trauma around scarcity, around like a lack of abundance or a belief of a lack of abundance. So it can come from that. It can come from your experiences here. It can come from how you were raised, the things you heard all the time, lots of different things. But scarcity beliefs in the subconscious lead to you unconsciously rejecting abundance when it shows up for you, which it's always showing up for you. These blocks cause like an automatic resistance to receiving help, receiving the tools you need, or even receiving money. So there is no coincidence, and this has been proven. Okay, there are synchronicities. There is no coincidence. So when you get that email and you really want to work with that person, or you really want to enroll in that program, and you don't, you are acting out of scarcity and you are literally rejecting the abundance that the universe put in front of you. It is an opportunity for you. Maybe it's just for you to look at the sales page and learn like, wow, this is a beautiful sales page and it's a really good example. I'm going to use it for mine. Or I'm actually going to hire and work with this person. Okay. And I'm going to take the leap and stop being so fucking scared and staying so fucking stuck. Right. Self-sabotage is I talk about this all the time on the Purpose Show, but it's like when it comes to business, like you desire success, but subconscious blocks, subconscious fear or guilt keeps you from allowing it. So for example, let's say you feel unworthy of charging what you really want to charge for a package that you sell as a coach, or the membership that you're running. You're like feeling unworthy of charging a certain amount, or feeling unworthy of receiving support. That is self-sabotage. You're limiting yourself, and you're putting yourself in a certain box. Now, for me, I price my things pretty friggin' affordable. I would say I'm one of the most affordable people in the market. And that's not because I devalue my work, because my goal is the masses. I want to run a massive membership platform. I wanted to have tens of thousands of women in my courses. I had 33,000 women in Your Uncluttered Home, which is my first course ever that I made like 8 or 9 years ago. I've had 33,000 women in that course alone. So I hit that goal. And then I moved into a membership model because it makes so much more sense for me with the content creating machine that I am. And now I have my goal for that. So I know that I'm worthy of that. And my prices reflect my goals, not a lack of worth. So knowing that difference, we reject abundance through internal conflict as well. So the subconscious mind is basically creating a tug of war between wanting success and fearing abundance, because you're in a state of scarcity. Somebody's going to come and take it from me. They're going to cancel me. The taxes are going to come and take all the money. There's going to be fees. There's going to be, oh, that's so scary. I don't want to deal with the legal stuff. Like, there's a tug of war happening. And this is going to result in a ton of missed opportunities and hesitancy to invest in your growth. So if you've never worked with a coach before, you're not, I'm sorry, but like, we are made to help with each other. You're never going to get to the success that you need because we are stuck in the weeds of our own mind. We cannot coach ourselves. I am literally a trained certified coach and I cannot coach myself. I work with somebody. You can go to a therapist, you can go to an energy healer, you can whatever, but you need a business coach at some point, at multiple points. You need to get into programs where you're supported. You need that. So if you are always resistant to that or always putting it, I'll put a pin in it, I'll do it later, you are in a state of scarcity, you are in internal conflict, and the tug of war between wanting success and fearing it is not going to stop until you change the pattern and do something different and take the leap that scares the shit out of you. We also reject abundance through energetic stagnation. So energetic stagnation is basically like when you're rejecting abundance and you're getting so frustrated and so sick of being stuck that you stay frustrated and you stay stuck. So in this case, the subconscious mind is limiting the flow of abundance and resources needed for your expansion because you are stagnant, and like attracts like. So your energy is very like blah and nah, bro. And you're wanting like, yes, and there's more people and I'm growing and I just added 1,000 followers on Instagram and I just added 50 members to my membership and I just enrolled 3 new clients at full price. Yes, but you are blocking all of that because your vibration is this sucks. It's not working. It's not going. This is something I'm working on personally right now every single day. So when you get into a state of energetic stagnation, it sucks. You need to break the pattern. And there are things like EFT and breath work and movement and meditating and visualization that will break you out of that pattern. And that is what I do. Let's talk about the law of abundance, also known as the law of attraction. Basically, like I just mentioned, like attracts like. So the law of abundance states that what you focus on, it's going to expand. You're going to get more of it. It's similar to the law of increase. What you place your attention on is going to grow because you are very powerful. And what you give your attention to, you get a lot of. So if you focus on scarcity, if you're focusing on, I'm scared, I don't want to work with them, I can't afford it. Yes, you can. You can always afford whatever the fuck you want. You're lying to yourself. If you focus on scarcity, you're going to attract more lack. You're going to focus on it and you're going to attract more reasons to be scarce. You're going to attract actual scarcity in your life. Focusing on abundance and where it is in your life and business and all the opportunities, anything can happen, you guys. Like, we literally live in a limitless world right now with the internet. Like, anything is possible. Anything can happen. You can get somebody reaching out to you right now as I speak, asking to work with you and wanting to pay full price or wanting to say, hey, my budget is $20,000. Do you have any packages? I want to work with you. That literally happened to my friend Amber just the other week. And she was specifically manifesting a certain amount of money. And that happened because she was running ads. Somebody reached out to her from the ad and was like, I love you. I don't want this package. My budget is $20,000. What could you give me? And she was selling a $300 course. She sold a $20,000 package to this woman and worked with her she's going to work with her for a year. And she's so excited. Dream client. Anything can happen. So focus on the abundance, focus on the opportunities and the possibilities, and you raise your frequency, inviting in more opportunities and resources. Resources will just start to drop into your lap. Somebody will recommend a book. Somebody will run a sale on their offer. Somebody will mention a course that really helped them. That coach that you love is going to send an email and open up spots. Okay. You're going to be attracting it and you're going to start to notice it because your energy is attracting like. Okay. And you're going to notice it because your reticular activating system knows that you've been focusing on abundance. You've been focusing on opportunities, and it's going to filter only the things that are opportunities. It's beautiful the way it works. Okay. So we know that everything is energy, right? Everything is energy, including your thoughts and your beliefs. So when you align your energy with abundance, you attract more of it into your life. And if you take nothing else from this episode, let it be that you attract more of what you are. You become what you want, focus on what you want to see as if you already have it, and you attract it into your life. So scarcity thoughts are going to create that low vibrational energy, which blocks the higher vibrational opportunities for growth and success. I experienced something that was really hard for me. It was honestly such a traumatic event for me. It was in the beginning of 2022. There was actually like 2 or 3 really big traumatic things that happened within like a few weeks of each other. It was the dark night of the soul for me. It sent me careening into like despair. It was such a hard time. But specifically for my business, there was something that happened where I felt just abandoned. I felt betrayed by a group of women that I was so close to. They all worked with me. I felt so misunderstood. I tried to reach out. It just felt like such a abandonment, and it was so hard. Then things started happening online. People were talking shit about me. They were making up their own stories and adding to things, and there was like a smear campaign, and I had never been through anything like that. I went so scarce. That's it. It's over. Pack it up. I'm getting canceled. I'm trying to fix the situation. They won't listen to me. I felt so out of control. I got a massive strep throat because I felt like my throat chakra was completely suppressed, right? I disappeared from the internet for like 4 or 5 months. And when I came back, like I acted fine, but I wasn't. Like it affected me. I started putting on a ton of weight. My hormones were super imbalanced. I was tired. I was depressed. My anxiety was through the roof. Like I went back on medicine, which of course is supportive and there's nothing wrong with that. I still take it to this day and I'm so grateful, but I needed that because I wasn't okay. I went into this place of low vibration where I'm not enough. It's not okay. So when I came back to my business, guess what happened? All the higher vibrational opportunities that I was constantly attracting before, they were gone. They were nowhere in sight. I believed that no one was going to support me, so no one did. My sales plummeted into the ground. I got even more depressed. I was so worried. I just felt like that's it. It's over. And so it was seemingly over. Sales plummeted. I wasn't able to get clients, and I was getting like good feedback from my content and stuff, but it was like only the free stuff. Anytime I put an offer out, it was like people could sense my energy. I was getting low vibrational people added to my audience. I was getting low vibrational emails to our customer service inbox. I was getting a lot of complaints just about nothing. And I had so much trauma of like, oh my God, they're going to come from me. I don't know if you guys know about what the witch wound is, but it's very real for women. It's an ancestral trauma that's been passed down from their witch trials. It's very interesting. I encourage you to look into it. But that was really present for me, and I was thinking about it a lot. So my energy was attracting like this manhunt, right? This witch hunt. And so I was getting a lot of like religious people coming out of the woodwork and attacking me for how I had changed and how I was like shifting my beliefs and my messaging. And I was trying to be true to myself and be more aligned and really like be brave and step out. But because I was so focused on scarcity and fear, that's what I was attracting, because your like attracts like, and your subconscious mind is always going to serve you and try to prove you right. So it was bringing those things to me to be like, yes, you should be scared. Yes, there isn't enough. They are going to come for you. It's not safe. And so I really had to do the inner work that sucks and is hard to raise my vibration and get back to a place of good ideas are going to flow. Good opportunities are going to come. I ended up having a breakthrough and realizing that I wanted and needed to shift my business to a membership model, that it was going to serve me so much better. I ended up attracting opportunities like Lori Harder. She's become a good friend of mine, and she invited me on her podcast to specifically talk about my membership, like randomly. I was able to go and speak at her and Chris's mastermind twice. I was able to go and connect with Lindsay Schwartz. She's the founder of Powerhouse Women. We started going on weekly walks together. She invited me to be a part of Powerhouse. She invited me to come on her podcast several times. All of these things just started to come because I shifted my vibration. And every time it drops, shit drops. Every time it increases, shit increases. So your subconscious beliefs about scarcity or abundance are shaping your external reality. If you believe there's not enough, or you believe you're not good enough, or you believe bad things are going to happen, you are unconsciously creating barriers to abundance and attracting the shit you don't want. Then you're like, see, of course this would happen to me. This always happens to me. Just further cementing that with your words now. So the law of abundance teaches that abundance flows when there's a balance between giving and receiving. Hoarding or resisting spending out of fear of loss literally blocks abundance. So when you share and invest wisely, it fosters abundance. So this is why when you hire the coach, all of a sudden you get a new client. When you invest in the course and you're like, fuck, how am I going to make this payment plan work? You get an idea for a new offer and you send an email about it and 3 people buy it. This is why I know that those of you listening have had those experiences before. This is why when you spend wisely, you invest, you foster abundance, you call it to you because you just made an abundant move. That is the breakthrough. Ideas will flow, opportunities will come in. Working with that coach, who do they know? Who are they friends with? Who are they going to connect you to? Who are they going to suggest, you know what? You need to get this girl. She's a client of mine. You need to get her on your podcast. Here's her information. You are taking an abundant move and abundance will flow from there. And you just never know. So you get to just be in this excited, expectant state. And that's the magic. That's the magical spot to be in. There is literally no limit to the amount of abundance in the universe. Your success does not take away from anyone else's. Other people's success does not take away from yours. And shifting from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance allows you to tap into this infinite potential that you have been able to tap into the whole time, but you were just unconsciously choosing not to. So, abundance is your birthright. In all forms: money, love, pleasure, enjoyment, travel, experiences, success. It is your natural state. We block ourselves from it because of the subconscious beliefs we pick up along this journey of life. So to shift your subconscious, we need to reprogram. Affirmations do this, positive self-talk. It's part of the daily becoming ritual. If you're a Purpose Show listener, you'll know what that is. I will link in the show notes the Becoming Blueprint, which will help you understand my signature method, understand the daily ritual, and do this every day in just 25 minutes a day. It's miraculous. I'll share it with you. So affirmations, positive self-talk, visualization, really making a movie in your mind of the business going well, of the right clients flowing to you, of people coming in and just being so obsessed with your message and paying you happily. Seeing that happen is going to reprogram. Your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between imagination and reality. So it's going to be like, oh, okay, we're doing this now. This is who we are now. Okay, got it. And you're going to literally be reprogramming and then letting go of old patterns. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Or for a long time, my background on my computer was old ways won't open new doors. And I love that because you can't keep going the way you've been going. You can't keep avoiding hiring that coach. You can't keep avoiding joining the membership, joining the course, enrolling in the thing, putting yourself out there, putting the offers out there. You can't keep avoiding it and expect different results. You need to do something fucking scary. You need to do something shit your pants terrifying and know that you're going to figure it out and figure it out. So when you're in a state of scarcity, the signs of this are like frustration, anger, feeling like you're meant for more, but you're not letting yourself have it, resentment or anger towards those who have achieved what you want. Because you do have these desires, again, your reticular activating system is going to filter out what's unimportant and draw attention to what is important. So because it knows that you do desire to get a book deal, you're going to see other people getting a book deal. And it's trying to show you like, look, it's possible, you should do this. But if you're in scarcity, the perspective you're going to have is, great, see, everyone gets it but me. You're distracting yourself from your purpose when you're living in a state of scarcity. So instead of focusing on your work and your mission and opportunities and your personal growth and your vibration and attracting better things, you're going to be focusing on others and their success. And you're going to really put yourself at a distance with success and view yourself as, I'm here, success is here, and they're all over there, and woe is me. And that's such bullshit. Like, stop. So we have to shift the perspective. You have to realize that your success is your birthright. You have to understand that there's more resources, more support, more tools, more money coming. There's more coming for you, and there's more you can give to others. You can build a team. You can invest in tools. You can pay for things for yourself and even for other people eventually. Like abundance, you need to be abundant. Chris Harder always says, when good people make good money, they do great things. Like, we need you to. You can create more impact when you embrace abundance. So when you invest abundantly and you receive abundance, you create impact, you create abundance. Because think about it. If you're in a state of abundance and you're like, wow, I really want to work with that person, I'm going to take the big leap. I'm going to do the scary thing. I'm going to invest. I'm going to reach out and ask what her package is. I'm going to work with her. You just created a flow of abundance. You created a flow of abundance for yourself. You opened it up by taking an abundant move forward. And then you created abundance for that coach because you're paying them. Then you create abundance for the world because you're going to learn new things and your impact is going to be bigger. Then you're going to make more money because you invested and you learned new things. And how do you make more money? You make an impact on people. So when you get richer, that's because you made an impact on more people. So literally your abundance is the flow of good things in the universe. It is your birthright and a responsibility. You need to go and get it. So to overcome the scarcity mindset, the scarcity pattern, the first step is awareness, which you've probably already obtained in this episode. So recognize that you have a pattern of scarcity. Even maybe you thought you didn't, but you're like, shit, I really do with these certain things. And then begin to recognize when it comes up. Begin to recognize when you're entering a scarcity space. So for example, if I make money, I'll take away from someone else. Or if I charge these prices, people are going to judge me and think I'm greedy. That's scarcity. Shift that. Reframe. Shift to abundance thinking. The more resources I have, the more I can give. The more money I make, the more impact I make. The more I call them up to invest, the more they're breaking their old patterns and their old ways won't open new doors. So this is a new door for them. And then take action on it. Start allowing yourself to receive. Invest in the tool you need. Invest in the coaching support you crave. Invest in the resources. Get your ass into CEO Club. Start investing. Start hiring help. Buy the new equipment. Invest in the coaching. Invest in the education. You need to take action to get out of that mode. So awareness, reframing, and taking action. Those are the 3 steps. When scarcity comes up, that's what you do. Awareness, reframe, take action. So, wrapping this episode up, scarcity blocks abundance, and shifting to abundance helps you serve your purpose in full, which is why you're here. So I want you to reflect on this today. Where are you holding back due to scarcity thinking? Where are you holding back? Where are you afraid to take action? Where are you holding yourself back? Where are you making up bullshit excuses and telling yourself certain things like, oh, I can't do that right now, or eventually I would. Like, where can you just stop and take action towards abundance and call it in by being magnetic and being a magnet to abundance instead of a magnet to the bullshit you're so sick of and all the scarcity and all the lack? I want you to take action on this today. My stuff is all about taking action. I don't want to just inspire you and drop you. I want you to start today by reflecting on what I just asked you and then taking one step toward abundance this week. So before the next episode airs, I want you to take one step toward abundance. It could be small, it could be big, but it needs to be what you know. Even right now, I bet you're thinking of something you've been avoiding. DM the person. Ask if you can come on their podcast, DM the coach, ask what her packages are, do something, whether it's investing in a resource or allowing yourself to receive more support, reaching out and hiring the VA, whatever it is. And when you do this, I want you to come to Coach Allie and I want you to keep yourself accountable. Send me a DM on Instagram. I'll link to where my Instagram is if you don't follow me already. Send me a DM and tell me the step of abundance you took and how this episode got you to wake the fuck up and take that step. I want to hear about this. I want to support you. All right, my friends, I love you so much. I will see you hopefully over in CEO Club. I will link to everything that I offer for you, and I will see you in episode 2. Welcome to Business Energetics. This was so good. I'll see you next time.